Oh my, folks, here we go. Also, I mean, hi. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. Needless to say, I'm slightly nervous, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm definitely not gonna just like fail dramatically on stream. That wouldn't happen. This is a little bright. Hopefully, I'm not too washed out here. My lighting isn't always ideal in the studio. It's so bright. It's better. I don't know. I don't know what's good. We'll just make do. Hello, everybody. We are going to be doing studies of the human head today. For those who aren't aware, sorry I had to, probably should have updated this elsewhere, but I had to basically take care of some stuff this morning, so I wasn't able to do my normal time for studies, so we're doing it in the afternoon. So this is I just got into the studio. I had a bunch of errands and things I had to do this morning. I was doing a volunteer thing and just didn't have the time I normally do. So, yeah. We are here, however, not to talk about that, but to get the bad drawings out. This is the goal. This is always the goal here for warm-up streams. The theme changes every single day. I do it Monday through Tuesday, usually at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. It is 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Actually, it's 4:20. Holy cow, it took me a long time to find that book. I apologize. But the theme for today is going to be the human head. Alright. I made a brand new folder today, so we can practice this. Human head. Human head. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with me. Here we go. Yeah, nervous as heck. That's fine. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, hey, Phoenix, how's it going? And you should all go give everybody follow everybody, because everybody in chat right now is awesome and all deserves follows. Everybody go follow everybody. That's my advice for today. If you take nothing else from this stream, take that from this stream. Like I always try to warn people, I am not an expert. I am just learning here on Twitch, and I'm just inviting you to learn with me if you want to. There is no pressure, but the same rules apply as normal if you want to draw along with me and practice the human head and kind of like the human facial structure. I'm going to be looking at some skulls today. We're going to start like we normally do when we do anatomy studies. We'll start with the skull, draw a skull, and then I'll talk about planes of the face and kind of my basic understanding of how to break down a human head, but I am not an expert in this. I want to practice. That's why this is happening. I need to be drawing more people. And I know there's people in chat who draw a lot more people than I do. So if you have any references that you think are helpful, any classes that you think are helpful, any YouTube videos, or just like general tips, I would love to hear them, and I'm sure other people in chat would love to hear them. But either way, feel free to post anything that you would like to in the warm-up art section of the Discord. You can find the Discord under !Discord, and that is where I will be picking from to show at the end of stream the outcome of anybody who decides to participate. Again, it does not have to be the human head. If you want to study something else today, or if you had some studies you did days ago that you didn't get to post, or you were following along to an old video of mine on YouTube or something, feel free to post it in there. I'd love to see any kind of warm-up sketches, drawings from reference. Heck, if you're able to like go and actually draw a person from life, that's going to be the most beneficial. I would love to be able to do that. I need to do that more. But yeah, feel free to share those things. I want to see them. And the idea is to encourage each other to actually get into this habit, right, of sitting down and making time to actually improve our skill. This is like one of those crucial, like meat and potatoes type skill building things that a lot of artists know they should be doing, myself included, but don't make time to do. So I'm pulling you into being my accountability buddy right here, because there's no way I would sit down and study the human head on my own. I just have no interest in it. But I know cognitively that I need to do it, because it will make me better. So anyway, we're workout buddies. We're artistic workout buddies. So welcome to the art workout, guys. Anyway, let me say hi to everybody. I know I was chatting with a few of you before stream started, but thank you as always for being here. Amazing Rug, I appreciate you guys and your help with moderation. You guys know that I can't run this thing by myself. I'm no good at it. And Nofi, thank you so much for popping in. I know you said you have to go to bed, but it was good to see you. Thanks for the encouragement. Hopefully one day I'll be as confident with people as you are. Oh man, yeah. Let's see who else is in here. Unknown Eldritch, welcome on in. Thanks for popping by. How you doing? Nixon, hey, how's it going, Nixon? Man, happy to see you. I know you don't often catch the live streams, but it's good to see you in here. I hope you're doing well. Nixon, remind me, you don't stream, right? You just hang out on Twitch? Let me know if that's not true. I'd love to see you work if you ever decide to stream, but of course, no pressure. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss anyone in chat because sometimes I'm really bad. Yanni, hey, how's it going? Yanni, another great artist here. You guys should all check out Yanni's work. Yanni, do you stream? I feel like I asked you this recently. It says you streamed 8 years ago on your profile, so I'm gonna take that as a no. But I love Yanni's got great work too. Let's see, Phoenix. And I hope you're having a good day, Phoenix. Nervous? Yes. Nervous is an understatement today, Phoenix. These people-focused streams, especially to do with the face, it's a little bit of a pressure point for me artistically. I don't excel here, and it's something I'd like to work on. So, but thank you for the vote of confidence, Phoenix. I do appreciate that. Miss Life Drawing. I know. I loved it in college. I just wish I could have taken more of them. I think that was when I grew the most as an artist. Like, my skills exploded when I started drawing from life. Like, just drawing from life, period. But drawing from life in a room with people who are also drawing from the figure, and then having to, like, talk about where you succeeded and failed, and just, like, doing it day after day. Like, that kind of intense practice. In, like, some way, that's what I'm trying to replicate here. It's definitely not the same, but there is a reason I use the co-working tag. Like, I want this to feel like a studio environment a little bit. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to be studying the human head. I have a few books here that I'll be using. This is an Andrew Loomis book. He's a very famous here. Let's do a little bit of book show and tell. And no, I'm definitely not delaying the inevitable. Nope, we're just looking at books. But this is what I'll be looking from. There's probably a picture of this online somewhere, but this is a pretty famous anatomy book. It's called Figure Drawing for All It's Worth. I can't show you the cover. It is not family friendly. I was gonna try, but nope, I don't think it's gonna happen. But Figure Drawing for All It's Worth. Here's the back. Really, really good book. Highly recommend checking it out. I've also got this one right here, and then I have, of course, my Pinterest stuff. But if you have any anatomy books, this is just artistic anatomy. I forget where I got this. I'm not even sure if it's all that good, but Professor of Anatomy wrote this. It's I think it's a translation of a French anatomy book. I'm not sure. But, you know, if nothing else, guys, I would really love to just study and, like, practice. I'm going to label some of the bigger, like, the major bones when I do the skull, just because I really need to learn these terms. I feel like we talk about bones so much on stream, and I'm terrible at anatomy and remembering, like, the names of stuff. So I'm going to try to be better about that. So I'll start writing some of this stuff down when we do some of these human studies, at least. Yeah, I'll be working from these two books, and then, of course, stuff that I find on Pinterest. So that's what I'm doing today. Lots of fig leaves. Yeah, totally. Totally lots of fig leaves. But how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a good day. You do not stream. Well, if you ever do, let me know. Great tip for drawing people. Start with a circle. Measure out where the eyes... Oof! Oh, Cinna! How's it going, Cinna? Thank you for that raid. How was your stream? You got here just in time for me to panic about drawing people. So you're right on time, folks. Hello, Raiders. If I don't know you already, my name is Casey, and I am an art streamer here on Twitch. Thank you for that shout out for Cinna. How was your stream, Cinna? If you have anything you want to show, feel free. People panic. Yeah, it's bad. Measure out where the eyes, nose, and mouth are. Draw the rest of the human head. Yeah. Measuring out, putting the eyes and putting those things in position is really important. Yeah, Loomis is good. He's good. There's a lot of great figure drawing and great anatomy study folks out there, and there's so many classes online. There's like Proco. There's I have so many pinned. Eventually, I'll be a little more organized. Maybe. Yeah, I really just have the time to get organized is the problem. And actually, like, have some of that stuff ready to go sometime for a stream. We are going to be doing another figure study this month, so I'm hoping to do at least one figure study a month. I haven't picked like a regular day for that yet, but it is coming up. Wasn't art, you're doing comic formatting. Oh, dang. Do you want to see me just formatting and uploading files? I mean, Hey, sometimes I use these streams for accountability too. I get it. Here is one method. I'm gonna go ahead and post this in the Discord. Like I was saying before, if anyone wants to draw along, you can always post whatever you're warming up with in the Discord. There is an event section. So there is the warm-up art and then the event chat. So the event chat is good for the chatter about the showcase or the warm-up art or anything I'm doing on stream, really. I maybe just change it to stream chat. I don't know. Either way, I post generally some of my references in the event chat. So I just posted this one. This is like a basic breakdown of a way to think about the human face. You can think about it, if you can think about it as a form and like as a 3D object instead of a flat two-dimensional object, it does help when it comes to figuring out like where the pieces go. Because we are working from flat two-dimensional pictures when we draw digitally or when we draw in this kind of a format, it kind of takes out some of the creative problem solving that you have to do when you are drawing from the figure live in person, just you and your sketchbook. Because then you have something that's three-dimensional in front of you and you have to figure out how to flatten it. And I know it sounds like maybe semantics, but if you've never taken a figure drawing class, I promise you it's a whole different challenge. And I do really, 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 really highly encourage you, even if you can't afford to take a figure drawing class like me, like I cannot afford that, just find some time if you can to go sit at a coffee shop for an hour and just sketch people. You'd be surprised, or people at a bookstore, people who are just reading. It's people who are holding very still, they're looking at their phone, looking at a book, and you can really kind of break down the face a little bit that way. If they catch you drawing, most of the time people are flattered or they're curious. I've never had anyone get angry. Very rarely do they notice, to be honest. So if you're a little bit shy, don't feel bad. Try going to a library, maybe. That's another quiet place. But anyway, those are my recommendations. I need to take those recommendations myself. A little bit of a do as I say, not as I do. Unfortunately, right now, I just haven't had the time to do stuff like that. But I would love to get back to it someday. But yeah, if you are able to like go take a figure drawing class or find some other local artists who want to all pitch in $10 and hire a model for an hour or two, there's also plenty of programs. Reach out to your local college. They can help you get connected potentially with a model, or sometimes they'll even let you sit in for free on figure drawing classes. There's like ways to, I've heard of all kinds of options out there. You never know till you ask. You can pay to audit sometimes. You probably just have to do a background check so they make sure you're not a creeper. But anyway, let's look at some face anatomy here. So here we have another helpful image. This is the face under different lighting situations. I'm just going to kind of have these handy. I don't know what language this is in, but hopefully the meaning still translates. And then, of course, I'm going to pull up a human skull. Drawing people in the wild. Yeah, you always mean to try it, but you never have. It's honestly, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Oh, here's Matt Rhodes doing people studies. Freaking, I want to be able to do that. Like, Matt Rhodes is like goals for me, for sure. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, I don't have a whole lot of face things pinned. Thought I did. So we're just going to look up the human skull, find a quick picture. I'm going to pin it into the anatomy section. Why did I type human skull and all I got was fish skulls? That is strange. Anyway. Alrighty, there's one. Here's another one. I haven't had a chance to check for AI garbage on these guys, so if you notice that one of these is not a good reference, please tell me. But I am gonna just pin a few really quick so people can pick the one that they want to pull from, and to give me a few options as well. Oh, here's a nice one. Some of these are drawings, but it happens. Hey Binder, how's it going? Let's see. Very beautiful. Oh, Cinna, you are too kind. Oh my gosh. Yeah, head off to... Thank you so much for popping in, Cinna. You guys go give Cinna a follow. She's a lovely friend and a mod who's been around for the channel for a long time. Really appreciate your support and your help, Cinna. Need to go back to figure drawing. Yeah, there's a great group by you. Oh, do it for me. Do it for me, Yanni, please. I have been trying to get some local artists together for years to do this, and I'll get like a few people who are interested, but it always kind of like fizzles out and nobody can commit to the time, and then it's just like, we can just never do it. So anyway, Cinna is great. I agree. Can I post a link or do I have to join? You can post a link for sure, Binder, in the chat. It's just I might miss it, so it is easier if you post in Discord. But if you wanna draw along and post a link in the chat to the image that you make, that is totally fine. I'll be showing off anything anyone does as warm-ups at the end of stream. So like on stream at the end is when I'll show all of these studies that people do. Here's your uh-oh, what is this? Faces are hard. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm getting some Kev energy here. Okay, I think I pinned enough of these. If you ever type ref, !ref, that is how you can find my references. I need to just draw here. Let's do... I need a very appropriately scared Casey Chibi here, so let's just do this is my feelings about this prompt. Very scary. There we go. That is how I feel about it. Wait, why is it not looking like a thought bubble? It's supposed to be a thought bubble. Anyway. Here we go. Let's draw the human head. Okay. Whatever you draw is better. Well, I appreciate that, but I still want to get better. I still want to do better job than I'm doing now. Which is nothing. So let's start with something here. Let's start with a basic human skull. I'm gonna use this one. This might be a drawing. Shoot, I really wanted to work from a photo. Okay, here's human skull model stock image. Okay, so it is a stock image, like it's a model. It's not a real skull, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm hoping it's like a cast or something. It looks pretty darn accurate to me, so we're just gonna use it. Okay. Where is this? Oops, apparently I did that on the same layer as Scared Casey. There we go. Just move you slightly. Okay, studying the face. Here we go. But I hope everyone's having a good day. Thanks for hanging out with me. That was not weird.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Okay. I also forgot to post that I was doing this, so let me just do that really fast. As always, guys, you can use the image I'm using. You can use your own. There is a references board. If you need the references, type !ref. Amaze has very kindly linked it at the top of chat. You can also click that. However you'd like to participate. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. My challenge is always... Oh, there's an ad. Shoot. Dang it. I'm so bad at paying attention when there's ads. Sorry, guys. I'll wait till the ad's over. Okay, skeleton, let's see. I think a basic smiley face is better. Wait, hold on, what? I can't read that. A basic, I mean, yeah, it depends on your goals, right? If your goal is just to be, like, drawing whatever you want, totally fine. If you're like me and you would like to actually, like, get hired, potentially, and you need to draw more people because you only draw animals and dinosaurs and stuff, you might want to work on your people. So that's my situation. I'm trying to improve. Skeletons and figure drawing classes were such a pain. Yeah, they are. It's hard to do a gesture with a skeleton, and it's really hard with skeletons and skulls to not get super absorbed in kind of like the details, right? Like I feel like anytime I look at a skeleton or a skull, my temptation is to just like get super nitpicky and like down to the nitty-gritty and draw every single line and every single like divot and every single whatever. And that's not necessarily like, that's kind of like something that you can do later as like a refining thing, but as far as actually developing the skill of drawing something, it's more important to get the form and the proportions right and the gesture right, as you're saying, for sure. And also, welcome on in, Brightbot. It's nice to see you. How are you doing today? All right, I think the ads are over, so let's go ahead and sketch a skull. I'm gonna consult my little Loomis book here, which I thought I had open and I apparently closed. But I want to make sure that I have the names of the bones right. So, actually, this is not the Loomis book, but it is still helpful. This is not a good way to open a book, Casey. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this. Lots of good bone names in this. I'm gonna use my another book as a bookmark. There we go. All right, let's start. Putting it off long enough. So when I'm doing kind of like a quick gestural study, the big shapes are obviously like you see right here. I always start with a circle almost every time when I'm working. You can kind of see the direction, right, of this skull. So it's sort of like there's like different planes, right? So when you hear me say, or if you hear anyone say the planes of the face, you can really see it broken down in this image. That's why I pulled this one. You can see like the forehead plane, the nose has its own plane. Basically anything that would make a shape or a side is going to be like a plane of the face. So everyone has slightly different like widths and shapes to their, like, maybe their cheekbones are a little higher, a little lower. Maybe their the jawline is more defined or less defined. So everyone's going to be a little bit different. But the way that the light hits on those different planes is how you affect shadows. So something to think about for later. But before we can even get to that, we got to know what's going on underneath the skin, just like we always talk about whenever we are doing these anatomical studies, I guess. All right. So I'm going to start, but that shape you just saw is basically what I'm going to be drawing. So if anyone is watching and you're like new to drawing or you're not really sure where to start when it comes to this, look for your big shapes first. Don't get caught up in the details. When I say big shapes, I just mean the big forms, right? Like I said, I am prone to shapes rather than lines. I like gestures. That's just my bias. But I want to look at, like, what are the important landmarks of the skull? Like, how high is the forehead? Like, how much space on the skull does the forehead take up, you know? So what I'm looking for me is to learn kind of like proportion and looking for landmarks. So when I say landmarks, it's just like what you would think of if you're like driving, right? So you've got like these two little orbital, I guess, eye sockets. Got this nose hole here. Cheekbones. So I'm looking at like where the cheekbones are in relation to the eyes, in relation to like, what is this called? Hold on. Let's consult our anatomy book so I actually use the correct terms here. This is called the external orbital, oh gosh, I can't say that word. The external orbital apophysis? Apophysis? This line right here, this one, that's the one I'm talking about. I guess it's the ridge. And then the little, like, I guess, cavity behind it is called the temporal fossa? Man, I don't know how to say these words. Maybe I shouldn't try to read the anatomy. Alas, poor Yorick, yeah, exactly. I'm trying to be a professional, a real pro at things today, guys, but it's just not working. If only I knew how to read Latin, then maybe. But you can see, like, right away, this is like when you're drawing, especially if you're drawing human males, like I think this might be a male, I could be wrong. It's got a really heavy brow ridge. Typically, that's pretty typical of human male skulls and human male bone structure. We have pretty, like, when you're drawing like the forehead, sometimes on guys, you'll see like it's like this, right? Like there's an eye, there's that brow ridge. So that's what's causing that, is that heavy brow bone right there. And some men have more, some have less. Women have them too. They just tend to typically be less defined. I think it's like a hormonal thing when you're a kid, as you're developing, when you hit puberty. Kind of like your skull is still growing. But I have Oye, Anke, Eating Ray, Latin. Yeah, something about Latin. Yeah, Pig Latin. Is that what you're saying? Maybe I can read Pig Latin. I don't know. Probably not. It takes me too long to read anything. Most part, like out loud. I'm fine on my own when it's in my head. My brain just absorbs the words, but sometimes the spoken reading can be a little bit trippy. Thanks, Mayor of Canada. I appreciate that translation. So I'm already doing the thing I said I wasn't going to do, which is get caught up in the details too soon. I still haven't even finished, like, doing my proportions. So I'm going to stop that for now. I don't have to redraw anything. Again, I'm looking for those landmarks. So for example, like, where does the bottom of the skull end? Well, for this figure, it kind of levels out almost like right there with the cheekbone. Should be below this nose bone. So I need to bring it down to here. So when I say landmark, those are the things I'm talking about. Now, it could also be that I made this nose too big. That's a possibility. So you got to make sure that you're checking constantly as you're working. You know, excuse me, like eyeballing distances between, you know, the nasal cavity versus the orbital cavity, or, you know, vice versa. I'm not at all saying that I've got the best observational eye. Like, my training on this stuff is not as good as it could be, so I am working on it. Do it needs a nose job? It needs any nose, maybe? Have you guys ever looked into, like, forensic reconstruction? Have you guys ever looked at that? There's, like, this certain science that studies, like, the general, like, average thickness of, like, certain, like, all kinds of details between different, like, ethnicities of human skeletons and, like, skin structures, and, like, based on, like, you know, how thin or how heavy set you are, like, you're gonna have a certain level of density, like, certain level of thickness to your skin. And so they can actually, like, in police investigations, like, if they find a skull, they can actually, like, there's things that they can, like, determine just from the skull that can help them kind of figure out, like, what that person looked like in life. It's so cool. And they do this with, like, mummies and stuff. Like, that's how we get the reconstructions of, like, what we think, like King Tut, for example, looked like. Which, I don't know, I think that stuff's pretty interesting. But anyway. Aw, my button doesn't work. Oh, that's a lame thing. Anyway. We have this nice mandible here. I do know that word. Got a strong jaw. Got the little cleft chin. This looks like it was probably a male. I can also be wrong. I'm not a forensic anthropologist. I think it's a cool field. Interesting stuff. Mandible! One of your professors did forensic reconstruction. No way! Oh, Phoenix, that's really cool. Oh, thank you. Ugh, I feel you. I feel you on a deep level. Ugh. Thank you for that bit. Thank you, Ugh. I appreciate that little cheer. So just enough to get me going. How are you doing, by the way? He had good stories of getting heads delivered to his house. Oh my god. That's so crazy. Can you imagine if you were, like, expecting a package and you lived in that household and you didn't know? And, like, oh. Ugh. Speak of ugh. I'm doing alright. I'm a little, like I said, I'm a little bit ugh myself right now. I'm kind of not confident, to say the least. I don't know how else this, yeah. Just not very confident about the topic that we're working on today, but I'm gonna try. I'm personally gonna study the skull, a few different skulls, just to kind of get a feel. I'm really not happy with how I did this one, so this is a warm-up. Still getting there. But, yeah, alright, there's one. How are you doing, Ugh? I hope your day's going well. Thanks for popping in. I don't know if this is a good... Ooh. Oh, here's a nice side-by-side. Let's do this one. Skull side view ref. Excellent. Thank you, person who posted this. Just doing great. Popped in his hat. Aw, thank you. Aw, Ugh, you're so nice. I appreciate you, Ugh. Thank you so much for that vote of confidence, for that bit, and yeah, for hanging out. I'm, like I said, not feeling super confident today, so I appreciate that. we are just doing some warm-up studies. So I kind of invite chat. You're welcome to if you'd like, or anybody who wants to is always welcome to draw along. And if you feel like you want to share the results of the study, feel free to do that. There's a place in my Discord you can post it, or you can post a link in chat. I'm just more likely to miss it. But I hope you have a wonderful day. Yeah, it's an honor to meet you as well. My. What chivalrous behavior here. Thank you. Oh, to see the dog. Wait, to see the doggies again? There's dogs? Did I show dogs? I don't know. But either way, thank you. Oh, hey, Christy S, how you doing? I like your little cowboy howdy here. This is a good emote. I appreciate it. How are you doing, Christy S? Oh, the dog's on the screen. Mayor of Canada, thank you for explaining my stream to me. I appreciate that. You're not here, Nixon. Oh, okay. Well, that's a confusing statement. But, Ugg, anytime you want to see the doggies, you just go right ahead. Ugg, I'm so sorry. I know you just said that you have respect for me, but you probably shouldn't. I don't know how to stream. I don't know what I'm doing. And it's basically my mods who make sure that I actually do this correctly. So, you can really just thank the mods, honestly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Pro streamer, guys. Pro streamer. Not really. Not even a little bit. I'm glad you're doing okay, Christy S. Glad you're doing okay. What have you been up to today? What has everyone been up to today? All I've done is like run errands and volunteer and put away groceries and then come here and draw heads. So if anyone had a different day, I'd love to hear about it. You know what, Nixon? I do. And you're one of them. And thank you for being here and being part of this community. Thank you everybody who hangs out, whether it's for the first time today or you're just somebody who lurks. Those lurks, I'm telling you, like that is what makes Twitch go. The longer I stream here, the more I'm just like, wow, I really appreciate the lurks. Like even if you can't watch and you can't interact, even just like having it open on a tab and lowering the volume, that counts as a view. Don't mute me, because if you mute me, then it doesn't count. But even like 1 or 2%, I think counts. I'm probably gonna make a little like thing that says that, because I know I tell a lot of my friends and family that I stream, and I know they pop in sometimes. So if you're new and you don't really know how it all works, that's my understanding of how it works. But yeah, thank you so much to anybody who's ever interacted in any way, shape, or form. It really means a lot. I'm slowly but surely falling in love with Art Twitch, so appreciate you guys. Keeping the love strong. Let's see, have you looked into Tangia? You can make your own WebM movies pop up with bits and stream points. No, I have not. I don't even know what that means. What do I do with that? It makes things pop up on the stream? We have sound alerts. I know I have that. I don't know, and I haven't set up my Twitch alerts yet. So here's something that I always mess up when I do skulls. I'm just thinking about it because I'm having to fix it right now. But I always make it too round. Like if you look at the skull from the front, it looks pretty circular, right? Like pretty spherical. But if you look at it from the side, it's actually a really long object. Like the neck would be here, and the other part of the neck would be here. And we don't think about the skull as being like, I mean, look at that shape. It's large and it's very egg-shaped, right? So it's kind of hard to like, I don't know, especially once you get the hair and stuff on. I just always forget how long, like how far back the skull goes when I'm just drawing the skull. So I made the mistake of making mine a little too round from the side. Something that I always have to watch for. Love your twin dragons. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got a compliment on that yesterday too. It's kind of funny. It was on my to-do list to change that background because I feel like it's kind of outdated and I don't really like, I don't know, I feel like my style has changed a lot from that, but people seem to like it, so maybe I'll just keep it up. Maybe I'll take it off. I'd love to take something off my to-do list. Oh, you guys, I need help picking a print to put on my wall for when I'm doing streams from my living room. When you guys see those other streams from that other location, that's just the corner of my living room. That's my at-home studio. There's a blank wall to my left. And I have some prints that I've bought from other artists, and then I have just some of my own prints, and I need to figure out which. I feel like I should probably put my own prints up, but I feel really weird about that. I've actually never hung up a print of my own. I don't know. I feel weird about it. But I have a few that we might pick from. So if anybody wants to stick around at the end of stream, maybe I'll pull some prints out and you guys can help me pick. Let's see. Yeah, I'm glad to have you, Nixon. I'm glad to have you. And I draw good people? Me? Nixon draws good people. Let's see, still pretty early in the morning here. Oh man, chores for the day done and dinner is prepped? Wow, you are on top of things in a way that I wish I could be, Christy. Yes. Are you like in Australia or something? That's cool. Let's see. You like Avi? Oh, I love Avi. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with Avi. These are the only two songs that I am such a huge fan. The Pentatonics actually formed really close to where I went to school, like where I grew up in North Texas. So I'm very familiar with them. Let's see. Sami2322, welcome in. It's good to have you. You're new in drawing. You have one question. Do you invest in a big tablet or draw on paper until you're decent? That's, I would say if you want to get into digital art, it's best to start sooner rather. Well, I don't know. I would say if you just started drawing, maybe sketch with a sketchbook until you feel like you're confident and until you feel like you're actually going to stick with it. I think a lot of people get really excited about digital drawing, and then they just want to jump right in and buy all the equipment. But it's not the equipment that's going to make you good at drawing. It's the time you're spending doing what we're doing, actually, like drawing from observation, learning foundations and fundamentals, and learning how to implement that into your own work. Which is what we're trying to do here, actually. But yeah, grab a pencil, grab paper, sketch with us. I would say, like, if you feel like you're really going to stick with it, then you can actually invest. I would personally invest in a small tablet first. You can get some for pretty cheap. I feel like you can get a good, like, a graphics tablet for like $50. There's a bit of a learning curve with the smaller tablets. Like, you're going to have, like, basically you're not looking at the screen while you draw. You're looking at the screen while you draw, but you're drawing down below you with a graphics tablet. So it's not like a monitor drawing tablet. It's not like an iPad, but they are cheaper. And after about a week or two, your brain kind of realizes how to do it, and it'll go much faster. But before you jump into all of that, I would say, yeah, make sure you're actually like gonna stick with it for an extended period. Personally, I don't know. Somebody in chat might have some different advice. I know Huions can be a bit cheaper. I actually just bought a Huion for like $200 or $300, and that's a screen tablet. But again, that's it's quite an investment if you're like brand new to a hobby. So I don't know. Personally, I think I would take some time. Where are the schools? Okay, there we go. Just trying to get them on the same layer. All right, I'm gonna label this sketch layer. Yanni says you draw skulls constantly and you find new things all the time. Yeah, exactly. It's this thing you have on stream where a bunch of pop-ups you create. You can do something like your griffin popping up and doing a thing and making a sound. Viewers trigger it with bits. Oh, I see. So it's like an interactive thing people can trigger. Yeah, I'll look into that. Thank you. United King Dragon, hello. You did? I think it was you as well that said that. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Sticks. I'll look into that. And I hope you're doing well, Sticks. Oh, time to stretch. New Zealand. Oh my gosh, nice. I've always wanted to go to New Zealand. It's on my list it's like my bucket list places to go. New Zealand, Iceland, Australia. Yeah, those are actually it. Those are the places I really want to go before I die. I've heard you guys have like really long winters, right? Or like really long dark hours sometimes in the year. Stretch, guys, by the way, that's our carpal tunnel stretch. I was actually talking with an older neighbor, talking about how she was having carpal tunnel surgery soon. It just, She also said that they told her to do like these arthritis stretches to like help keep your joints nimble. So like if you like stretch your hand and then do this, I guess. I don't know, if you start feeling joint stiffness, maybe start doing that. Everyone's at different places with their health, but I try to do a stretch break. You love drawing good people into my server. You are drawing good people into my server. Burnabimps, hello! How are you? It's good to see you. Burnabimps is another artist we met recently, guys. There's so many artists in chat. Thank you guys for being here. For anyone who just popped in, we are going to be doing the warm-up showcase at the end. So if you do draw along, whether it's portraits or something else, feel free to drop anything you're doing from reference, specifically like a study. We have a warm-up art section of the Discord. You can drop it in there and I will show it on screen at the end of chat. If you're still in chat when that's up on screen. feel free to like speak up so people know who to check out. You posted in stream tips. Okay, nice. No reason to draw on paper. Wait, why not? You would say invest in a small tab, but it costs like a paper. I mean, that's true. That's true. But this, like I said, the small tablets, there are a little bit of a learning curve. But yeah, it depends on your level of investment, but how much you want to spend. You did a skull and you're off to. Oh, nice. Wow, that was fast. Good job, Phoenix. Enjoy putting the kiddos to bed. We'll probably still be on. I'd love to see your skull if you feel like sharing when you get back. As long as you draw your gold. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would not invest in a Cintiq. So for anyone who doesn't know what a Cintiq is, I am drawing on a Cintiq right now. That's what this is. This is a 22-inch Cintiq. It's pretty old. I got it in like 2015. I mean, old by technology standards, right? So like 2015, 2016-ish. Sorry, I don't know if I did my camera the right way. It might be a little crooked. This was like $3,000. So I would not jump right into that. I had to have help from family to buy this. This is not something I could afford. They actually all pitched in and got it for me for Christmas one year, which I am so grateful for. I treasure it and I try to take very good care of it. But yeah, they're expensive. They're expensive. Oh, nice! Someone fired their dad. That's awesome. I am a Daft Punk fan as well. Yeah, exactly. I would start with a cheap one. Or you can also get a refurbished tablet pretty cheap too. Yeah, baby steps. There's no reason to jump in. I got a used drawing monitor for $100. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's true. That's true. If you start on like a bamboo, that's true, Sticks. Yeah. From Europe and I don't have too many options to buy. I wouldn't go big. No, I think even if you're in Europe, you're still going to have some like a Huion. I think you could be able to get a Huion in Europe because I'm pretty sure they're manufactured in Asia, so you probably can get them a little cheaper than us, maybe. I could be wrong with that, but either way, just type in graphics tablets and see what your options are. There's Huion, chat help me out. There's probably some other brands. There's Huion, there's Wacom. Wacom's going to be the top tier, most expensive one. They are good tablets, but they are extremely expensive. An Apple tablet and a Samsung. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. You could do an iPad. iPads are kind of expensive too, though. Yeah. Yeah, start slow. Join us for these warm-up sketches. Oh, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Wow, thank you. I don't know. Hold on. Bad at Twitch. Hold. Oh, is it Somi? Oh, thank you, Somi, for that follow as well. Fly's Feather. Thank you so much, Fly's Feather. I was trying to get to a place where I could read your name. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate both of you guys. You guys, we just broke 900 followers this week. I'm so thankful for that. Thank you guys it's been quite a ride here in Art Twitch, and I am super, super grateful for all the support. Shocked, quite frankly. Okay. Let's see. How do I get back to that? Okay. When you got your first Cintiq, you went from medium Intuos to a 24 HD Cintiq. Buyer's remorse for a good month. Yeah, same. I mean, like I said, I went from my Intuos 4, which was like I guess they call it an Intuos medium now. It's like a medium-sized graphics tablet. I worked on that for over a decade. And then when I got this Cintiq in 2015, or 2016. I think it was 2016. So it hasn't been it's been a few years, but not quite a decade. It's been great. I love working on it. It's definitely my preferred work surface at this point, but that sticker shock is real. It's real. Yeah, not being able to see through your hand. Yeah, for sure. I struggle to draw on a graphics tablet now. Yeah, totally. There's never too late. Winter's only 3 months. The nights are long. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. I think I was just thinking about the nights being long. That's so cool. Also, New Zealand accents are amazing. So, I'm just, in my head, you sound really cool. Just so you know. I'm not going to attempt an accent. I will not strain or make anyone's ears bleed by doing that. The X Pen. Yeah, I've been hearing about the XP Pen. Yeah. Graphics tablets take 2 every morning and you can No. No, Mayor of Canada. Yeah, you're welcome, Somi, and feel free to pop into the Discord too if you ever want to. There's a link that Streamlabs actually just posted in chat. Thank you, Streamlabs. That was great timing. If you'd like to, if you're looking for a place with a whole bunch of artists, I have been very fortunate to find a whole bunch of cool artists to hang out with on Discord. So if you want to hop in there, you can. No pressure. No pressure to anybody, but anyone is welcome. I just know that like everyone has Discord and they can be kind of overwhelming because there's a lot of them. So please don't feel like you have to. But if you are looking for a place to kind of post art and get tips and all that stuff, we have a pretty cool community and very chill community there. So thank you for anyone who is in Discord for helping me keep it chill. I don't like drama. I don't have time for it. So I appreciate everybody just not being dramatic. I feel like I'm extremely fortunate in that way. Oh, thank you, Nixon. I'm shocked, Yanni. I'm shocked you're not shocked. I don't know. It's just weird for me. I'm very used to being a lurker on the internet and like being like I just like not engaging, and I don't know. It's weird, but I'm trying to get better. Which is like this weird place for me where it's like I hate drawing attention to myself, but that's like literally how the platform is in a way. And I don't know. My brain's still kind of adjusting. Even to being on camera is kind of like I'm so sorry if I do anything weird. Like, please don't look at any weird faces I make while I draw. Like, I remember the first time I streamed, I was so unaware that I made such weird faces while drawing. Like, I still remember, it was like scarring. Like watching my first VOD back and being like, that's what I look like when I draw. So if you ever start streaming, just, be aware that that could be something that you encounter. Or just like the way I sound. I don't know, anyone who's ever like done anything stream-wise or even just like listen to yourself on a video or watch, you all know what I'm talking about. It's just weird. Hey, what do we think this little hole is? Is that the ear hole? Wait, what's that actually called? We're gonna learn real anatomy today, guys. Hold on. That's called the wait, really? Is this right? It's called the auditory hiatus? What? Hiatus? No. Auditory Hiatus. Hiatus? Hold on. I'm having one of those moments where I can't remember how hiatus is spelled. Is that how hiatus is spelled? Anyway, that's apparently what it's called, so there you go. And this is called the mastoid process right here. That thing. Interesting. Oh, and there's another one that you can't see on the skull called the styloid process. Anyhow, we're learning anatomy today, guys. Maybe I'll label my skull. Yeah, hiatus, right? Oh, hey, Talia, I missed you coming in. How are you? Oh, dearest Talia, how are you? I laughed harder than I thought I should. No, I laughed too. Yeah, that's how it's spelled, right? That's how it's spelled here, too. It's called the auditory hiatus. I'm like, I don't know why that, like, it shocks me for some reason. It seems weird, right? Am I the only one that thinks that's weird? Search for Lynn of Tawa on YouTube. Comedian whose stereotyped Kiwi accent shared once. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I will highlight this name. Oh no, we're on an ad. Sorry for the ads, guys. Sorry, ads. I need to make an ad command. Oh wait, did I turn that thing on? And does it say that there's an ad? No, it doesn't. I didn't do it. Shoot, I meant to do that. I will look that up. Thank you for the recommendation. Let's see. Thank you for anyone sticking it out through the ads. It's like 30 seconds left. I'll try not to respond to chat until the ads are done. I hope everyone's drawings are going well for anyone not stuck in an ad. You can do it! Believe in yourself like I can't believe in myself. Does that work? I know what I'm supposed to say, but believe in yourself better than I do. Wait, no, that sounds bad. No, hold on. I believe in you, just not in me. Haha, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna stop trying to be encouraging. It's not working. It's not working today, Casey. Just let it go.
Mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay, oh, saving. Thank you. I don't know if I've saved yet. Appreciate that. Thank you for the reminder. You dealt with drama all the time in your server. Oh no, I'm sorry, Nixon. One of the mods can help you deal with it. Yeah, I just, you know, I want my server to be a chill place where there isn't drama so that the mods don't just like loathe having to mod. So far it's actually, I've been really thankful that it hasn't been, for the most part, as far as I know, a place that has been super dramatic. So, you drew along with stream. Nice, Yanni, I can't wait to see. Yes, Mayor of Canada, it's hard to hear yourself in recording. Everyone, you always sound different than you think you do. Also, I have no idea why I'm so washed out. Let me see if, like, what's that saying? Maybe if it's just so bright in here, like this window. Oh well, I tried. Both off our schedules. Yeah, I'm way off my schedule. For those who are new, I don't normally stream on Tuesday afternoons. I usually stream Monday and Wednesday afternoons. And then we do these warm-up streams in the morning, typically. But today we're doing it a little different. I'm looking for a place to play Music Bot and stream in your server. So there is a voice channel that you can stream into, Nixon. You're more than welcome to use it. Anybody is, as long as it's like work safe. Totally don't mind. People have used it for streaming art, for streaming games, for just having voice calls. So you're welcome to use that. For sure. Time to pretend to watch ads. Yeah. No worries, I get it. Like I said, feel free to like walk away, do a stretch. I don't even know does it matter if you mute for ads? Does anyone know? Anyone who knows more about Twitch, please tell me. I am still learning how all that stuff works. Sometimes I do mute when there's ads on, especially when it's like 2 minutes of ads. I'm like, and then I'll like walk away. But does that hurt the streamer? I'll stop doing that if it does. Can yak ads. Wait. Off hop you now that? Wait, what? You can yak ads off hop. I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry. It's not hiatus. It's meatus? Wait, what? Brain on hiatus, yeah. You can now take ads off. Oh, well, I mean, the ads do support the stream, United King Dragon, so I do appreciate those who do watch that, or at least like leave the tab open for the ads. I know they're annoying. But they do actually help me pay, believe it or not. Enough of you are watching them, or at least pretending to watch them, that it helps pay for like a significant portion of my studio every month. So I do appreciate the ads. They do actually help. Mayor of Canada. I am rambling about ads. I'm trying to catch up on chat. Sorry guys. Sorry, catching up on chat. Hold on. We operate in 1D. Had no idea you had not seen ads. Oh, really? You're one of the rare people who doesn't actually see ads. It's meatus? Wait, really? It's not auditory hiatus? Maybe it is a typo. Here, let me show you. You guys, that's what it says. That's what it says in my fancy anatomy book. Maybe they spelled it wrong. Look. Hold on. Let's play show and tell really fast. Look what it says. Wait, is my camera backwards? Can you even read this? Auditory hiatus. Right above the mastoid process and the styloid process. Zygomatic arch, which is apparently that thing above. That like going above. Where are you seeing that it's meatus? Sounds like a funny name. Yeah, what's happening, Raga? What's happening? I don't know. Does somebody who want to verify? Is it really not called that? Meet us at the club. See, I thought you were making a joke. If muting the ads hurts you, can always mute windows instead. Yeah, that's what I normally do. I normally mute the window or the tab. It's the auditory meatus. Huh. Did it used to be called the auditory hiatus? Or is that just... Is my anatomy book wrong? What is the point of this book? If it's wrong. I'm trying to learn from you, book. What happens if you type in auditory hiatus? Don't Google me. Okay, thank you. Auditory hiatus. What happens if you type that into Google? When was this book published? Is this like an 1800s term? Hold on. Am I just using extremely outdated science here? First published in 1971. This edition was published in 1986, so it's kind of old, but not like, I feel like that's that old. Huh. Okay. Family-friendly stream, guys. Auditory hiatus, the first link is internal auditory. Huh. Okay, now you guys have me curious. Auditory hiatus. It's a canal within the pretorius part of the temporal bone. So why is it called... It used to be called the hiatus? Nope, that's not even showing up. Maybe it's just an old term. I can't find any... What happens if you put that in quote? Now, okay, now you guys got me going down a rabbit hole here. Listen, I know we're supposed to be drawing... Why is it called this? Oh, it's the path in Latin. Okay, that makes sense. Found in the lateral... Okay, this place says it's called... Huh. Yeah, we're squirreling for sure. I'll have to look into this. I have no idea. Maybe it's like an old term for this. Huh. Well, good to know. The more you know. Hey, we're trying to learn anatomy. This is how we learn anatomy. Here's my water bottle. Shoot. Ugh, it's all the way on the couch. In anatomy, a hiatus is a natural fissure in a structure. Oh. Well, there you go. It doesn't show up in my book. Does it? Well, do you have a book from 1971? Because apparently in 1971, it was all the rage, you guys. All the rage to call the ear canal the auditory hiatus. So maybe that's why, because it was confusing. They were like, we got to change this. Well, there you go. The more you know. The more you know. Same language. There you go. I mean, they almost sound the same. 1998. Yeah, yours is more up to date. So it must just be an older way of describing it, I guess. I have an old, outdated anatomy book, guys. It's incorrectly labeled. Alright, so we've studied the skull. I guess I should actually study a bit of the face now. I was gonna label the skull and like try and learn the parts, but now I'm like, I don't want to. Because like, what if I say it wrong? I know the mandible. Mandible is this, for anyone who doesn't know, the mandible is the entire jaw, right? That's the name of the jaw. Apparently, parietal? I can't say parietal? Can't say these words. Apparently the upper part is called the parietal. This is the mandible. Anyway, the upper part doesn't move and the bottom part does move. That's the main thing. Temporal fossa is my favorite word in here. Fossa? Fossa. Zygomatic bone. Which one do I not? Nasal eminence. Oh my. Apparently that's what they call the brow bone, at least in this book, is the nasal eminence. Oh, great ring of sphenoid. That's an amazing name. Huh. So these are like the parts of the skull. These might actually be the skull plates. So you can see like these little like fissures in the skull, like kind of where the plates have fused. These might be the names for the plates, actually. Frontal eminence is everything before this fissure. Yeah. Interesting. Nasal bone. Okay, that makes sense. I like zygomatic. That's an amazing name for the cheekbone. Zygomatic, guys. This is called the maxillary, so the upper part of the mouth. Huh. Styloid process is my favorite one so far. Huh. Interesting. I reject your ramble. This is part of our study, Mayor of Canada. Yeah. What do I want to learn? I'm gonna say max. That's the one I don't use a whole lot. This maxillary. I like that one. Hopefully this will help when we talk about like different parts of the body. I want to do this when we do a figure study too. We are gonna draw a skeleton. I might label some of the major bone sections. I don't find myself. I don't think I'm gonna use words like the oblique line for part of the jaw or anything. So, okay, cool. Ooh, here's a nice view. You can see like the upper inside of the skull. That's interesting. Not gonna worry about that though. All right, so we studied the skull. Now let's study the head. that means let's put some skin on this skull. Published in 2020. Oh, this particular Dover edition. Books are weird. Yeah. Interesting. So 1998 is probably when it was originally published, and then you have the new 2020 edition. Parietal. Oh, okay. Apparently everyone in the chat knows how to say this. Parietal. Gotcha. Thanks, chat. I knew people would know more than me. I always try to say I am learning here. Your nasal is imminent when it's pollen season. Latin names for bones are terrible. Yeah, studying words, not skull, and totally not art. That's not true. This is part of learning anatomy. I reject all of this. All right, let's look at the head. So I'm gonna pull this up. We'll just talk a little bit about blocks and planes. This is again from the Loomis book on anatomy. This is called Figure Drawing for All It's Worth. So let me change views really fast so you guys can see it too. So it's talking about like how to build the head. So this is the page called head building, right? So you've got that circle that we drew. It talks about the different, like, let me zoom in on that. Just different like lines on the face. So you have the hair, the brow, the nose, the lips, and the chin, right? We need to learn so we can get better. Exactly. Thank you, Talia. And then, oh my gosh, Steve's sketches. Hold on. Don't look. I had to get it off my giant face. How was your stream, Steve? We are studying the human head today. I need to get better at drawing people. And so this is my vain attempt at doing that. Warning, I am not a pro. I am just trying to learn. So you can see my very scared little person right here. But we're just talking about the anatomy of the head, the skull, all that kind of stuff, and doing some studies, some draw-along studies. Well, Talia, I don't love my giant face on screen, so that's why it had to go away. We just got raided. Thank you, Steve, for that huge raid. Wow. Welcome in, raiders. My name is Casey. I am trying to do children's book illustration. That's kind of my long-term goal. Mostly I do digital paintings while streaming, but we do warm-up studies as well, which is what we're doing today. I usually do these in the morning, so I'm actually like many hours late to this today. I had some other stuff I have to do. But Steve, I'd love to see what you worked on, and if you gotta run, I totally get it. I'm probably gonna pull up your Instagram to show off some work if you do have to leave, but I hope your stream went well. Nixolotl, I love your name. How are you? Thanks for popping in. You fell behind today too. I'm glad it's not just me. Yeah, Loomis, one of the most famous artists. Yeah, we're looking at Loomis, his work on anatomy, and all that stuff, and I'm kind of trying to get better at my people. Yeah, here's what I normally do on stream. We're actually I kind of fixed this the other day on stream. I'm not going to pull it up on chat because I think everyone's tired of seeing it. But anyway, this is the most recent illustration I finished. This is just kind of like the overall portfolio that I'm trying to update. There's a lot of older work here. But these pieces down here, like this one, this one, I've all done recently on stream. So if you like watching digital painting, that's a lot of what I do when I'm not doing warm-up studies. I also do sculpting, so I have a little sculpture here. This is kind of an older sculpture, but I do sculpt sometimes on stream. So here's one that we did a while ago. I'll just zoom in on the wings because they're fun. But anyway, sometimes I sculpt. I painted a Parasaurolophus last week, so you might see that. Sometimes it's kind of a variety art streamer. Here's some pieces I haven't quite finished. Anyway, I'm just trying to update this portfolio. And then we also do creature design. So oops, let me get that off. So if you like creature design, I do a series. We're actually doing one on Wednesday, so tomorrow's afternoon stream will be sea slug dragons. So we'll look at sea slugs and design some dragons based on those sea slugs. So that's kind of what I'm about. If you're into any of that, feel free to hang around, but if not, no worries. And thanks again for that raid. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, how are you, Steve? I hope you're doing well. Let me scroll down a little bit. I think I'm a little behind on chat. Hey, Smiley. How's it going? Your best gallery. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, your website, right? It's the best place for all of us right now. Here is what Steve is doing. Can we get a shout out for Steve if we haven't already? You guys need to go follow Steve's sketches. I lurk on his streams a lot. Super fun to watch him draw these things. Very clearly you need to go watch him more than me. If you want to learn how to draw people, I am very much a novice who's trying to incorporate more humans into their portfolio. But Steve does great stuff. Really fun to watch, really chill streams. So if you aren't already watching Steve's sketches, you need to go give him a follow. Incredible work. Oh wait, we gotta look at this. This is adorable. Man, I hope to be as good at character character work as this one day. That's kind of one of my goals with trying to get better people and like costumes, all that stuff. These are so fun. I love it. I love all this. I love your work so much. Thank you so much for choosing me as a raid target. I'm flattered, truly. But yeah, you guys go give Steve a follow. You won't regret it. This is great work. Great work. For sure. And you can find links, I'm sure, down here if you'd like to find some more links to his work as well. But do give him a follow on Twitch. Like I said, you won't regret it. A lot of good fun there. Perfect. Oh, Hashiani. And also, don't lie to the people like that. That's not true. Oh, we got a stretch break. Let's see. It's the best stream here. Casey does art and has cheese. Yes, we do have cheese. By the way, if you're a follower, you know, the only thing I can motivate you to follow with is that you will get access to some cheese emotes if you follow. So there is that. We also are big fans of wordplay and puns. So if you have a really good one, let me know. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Steve's sketches is awesome. Right, Nixon? Yeah, you gotta go give him a follow. Thank you for that shout out, Raga. I appreciate that. Cool. Getting cookies. Ooh, can you bring some back for the class, please? Anyway, welcome in, Raiders. And if you guys, thank you guys for popping in with Steve. I appreciate that. Steve, if you're still here, I hope you have a good one. But if you had to go, well, I still hope you have a good one. So either way, hope you have a good one. And cheers to the artists who are behind today. Get cheese emotes and fans of wordplay? No way! Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about here, Sticklords. Yep, Sticks, you get some cheese for that one. That's a good one. Could smell that pun from here. Yeah, go help with stuff. Good to see you, Steve. Thanks for popping in. Have a good rest of your day. We'll try and do you proud here. We'll see. Like I said, I'm a people noobs, but I'm trying. All right, let's move on. Like I was saying, like we were doing when Steve first got here. Hold on. All right, let's see. Well, I guess we'll go back on my giant face for a second. But I'll try really hard not to show the cover of this book on stream. It is, like I said, not exactly family friendly. I do try to keep it family friendly around here. It's a figure drawing book, so it's artistic nudes, but you know how it be here on the Twitcher nets. Okay, so let's look back at the planes of the face. I got so flustered when we got raided that I forgot to leave my bookmark in place. Here we go. Okay, so made with real Girl Scouts. I hope not. So we were looking at building the head, right? So you can see the same basic shape that we were just talking about right here. I'll try and zoom in so you guys can see a little more. Yeah. So obviously the style is a little bit older, but the information is super solid. So that he shows right here how he's breaking down, going from the shape, the form, right, to like kind of the looser details, and then the more like refined features to kind of make it look like the person he's actually drawing. Same thing here, different angle, but that same circle with the lines, so you can actually see how he's breaking down the angles. Talks about it right there. Is that lovely handwriting? I wish that I had good handwriting like that. And here we have the planes of the face. So you can see how he's broken the face down into the different planes, right? The different sections of the face. So, and you can see going from like this middle drawing to this final drawing, you can see where those planes are. You can see how they help him figure out the light. So again, this kind of stuff is super useful to think about when you're drawing portraits especially, and we will be doing portraits at some point this month. Today I'm just focusing on studying the structure of the human head. So I'm not going to try and make mine look like anyone in particular. I'm mostly looking at like blocks, planes, structure, that kind of stuff. So that is what we are doing. Anyway, I'm going to bookmark it this time so I don't lose my spot. I'm sure I'll come back to that. Oh, you know what? This one lays flat. That's so convenient. I love a good lay flat book. Oh, you're fine. And again, here is kind of part of what he's talking about here. So we're gonna take one of these. I might actually look up. I wish I could just like take a photo. I might just draw from my book, to be honest. But if you guys want to use either of these two images, they talk about the same things that are in this Loomis book. They are in the Discord. They're also in my Pinterest if you need that. But I'm gonna go ahead and look at the planes on the Loomis head, right? Oh, thank you. You're welcome to come anytime. And thank you, Valthor, for is it Valthor? Is that how you want me to say it? I'm assuming that's how you want me to say it. Thank you for that follow. And Leah, we do studies Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Leah Hawk. So if you want to, you'd be welcome to come along. Here's my schedule that I normally try to keep. I'm a little behind today. This I had to delay this warm-up stream. But this is usually something we do in the morning. Oh, VicBait, thank you too. I appreciate those follows, guys. That's so nice. Yeah, so if you want to come study, we will actually be doing a draw along. 9 left for positive self-talk. Oh my gosh, Yanni, stop. Don't lie to the people. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress here. But yeah, if you stick around, Leah Hawk or anyone else who's interested, we do a show, like a showcase of everyone's studies that you did during the session at the end of stream. So if you post something in the Discord, there is a Discord command, !Discord. There's also a link down below. But anything that's posted in that warm-up art section, that's what I show on stream at the end. And it can be anything that you warmed up with as long as it's from observation. I really want to see people encouraging each other to like actually do studies and do observational drawing. If you're new to drawing, I know we have some people who mentioned that they are new to drawing, but they're interested. One thing you want to remember to do while you're working, and I need to also, I'm saying this to myself, not just to you, is try to look at your reference, look at the object you're drawing or whatever, more, at least as much, if not more than what, like where you're drawing. So for example, I'm going to try and make sure I'm looking at this image more than at my paper. I want to try to draw what I'm actually seeing, rather than spending all my time drawing what I think I'm seeing. Like if I just stare at this page and try to draw the jaw, what I'm doing is drawing from memory or drawing from a schema. So it's called a schema, like a schematic that you have in your head of what you think the thing you're drawing looks like, as opposed to actually taking in new information and really observing and training your eye to draw what you're actually seeing. So it's kind of it sounds like semantics, but I think it actually really matters, especially when you're learning or even just going back to the foundational stuff. It's important to think about. So anyway, sticking around. Oh, thank you. Yay. I need the practice too, Leah Hawk, honestly. I don't know if you were here when I was showing off my portfolio, but as you can see, for anyone who missed it, this is what I normally kind of do. I do like digital illustration, a lot of creatures, a lot of creature design, a lot of environments, not a lot of people. There's a lot of critters in here. And so I'm trying to get into kids' books. But of course, in order to get into kids' books, I should probably draw a few kids, is kind of how I see it. So I'm trying to work on getting to a place where I feel at least as proficient at drawing humans and comfortable at drawing humans as I do drawing creatures and playing with lighting. Part of it is I just need to find a way to be more interested in human characters, and I think that's the thing I'm trying to work on this year. But yeah, I'm right there with you. That's actually why I started the warm-up streams, is because I was like, I need accountability because I'm just not spending the time studying and practicing. I'm drawing from imagination. I'm drawing things that I already know how to draw, and I'm not challenging myself enough. So secretly, you guys are my accountability buddies. Maybe not so secretly, because I think I've said that in most of my streams lately. I finally had fessed up, but yeah. Anyway, we'd love to have you, is what I'm trying to say. So feel free to stick around. And of course, no pressure. If anybody wants to participate without joining the Discord, that's okay. You can post a link in chat. I just might miss them, but I do understand that a lot of people don't. Oh, it's Chicken Man. I like your name a lot. I love chickens. I'm actually going to be making a chicken emote sometime this month. I need new emotes, but thank you for following. But yeah, I understand if, like I was trying to say, you know, Discord can be overwhelming, so don't feel like you have to join. But I definitely want this to be something that people can do without having to join Discord. So if you want to drop your links in chat, that's totally fine. Something to note about the eye. You're probably familiar with this if you've drawn a human head before. But like when you're drawing, one of the there's like some basic landmarks you could look for in the human head, right? So like the eye tends to, like the corner of the eye tends to line up with where the top of the ear is. So if I was to draw like a human face over this skull, we'd have the eye right here, we'd have the eyebrows here, right? We'd have the nose, whatever. Not a very good nose. We'd have some kind of a nose here. Lips, chin. But this eye, here's that ear hole, would actually line up right here with like the top of the ear. So when you're drawing the human head, that's a landmark you can kind of think about. I actually did not draw the lips in the right spot. or the nose big enough. So clearly I have some work to do. There we go. That's a little more accurate. But anyway, cheeks, nose, all that stuff. This is kind of how the head is put together, right? So you can line up also the bottom of the ear with kind of the bottom of the nose. So, or the top of the lip. How does that work? Let me check a few heads first. I think it's the top of the lip. I could be wrong. Maybe it depends on the ear. I know some people have like longer earlobes than others, but either way, it should be about at least in the middle, right? So there's like certain like planar landmarks that you can find in the human head, right? Halfway point, that's about where the jaw is, and then of course you've got the back of the skull. So those are kind of some basics you can keep in mind when you are drawing from imagination and you're trying to figure out how to like set up your person. A lot of people, when you see them draw, it's kind of like the little Loomis block right there says they'll do the segmented lines first before you before they actually draw like the facial features. So that if you've ever seen an artist do that, that's why. But right now, what I'm trying to do is focus on the planes of the face. So we have two different ways to do that. I'm looking at my Loomis book right now. I've also got this image posted in the Discord, so if anyone needs that, you can find it there. I'm trying to keep it on screen in case anyone's using it and doesn't want to do that, but you can find a link to it up in the references that are pinned at the top of chat or in the Discord. I'm trying to make it as easy to access as I can. So when Loomis is drawing the planes, he talks about it like having a front plane, right? So like the most forward part of the face, like kind of where the cheekbones are. Like this part right here would be like this part that I'm drawing right now. And then the shadows, like on the nose, for example, that makes other parts, like other planar parts of the face too. And if this seems confusing, just maybe draw a few of these right here, and you'll very quickly, like if you draw this first one especially, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. It's basically the Loomis method, just like figuring out where this part of the cheek is versus this part of the cheek, and kind of breaking that down into sections so that you can find where the shadows should fall. That's going to be an important part of drawing the figure or drawing the face or drawing anything really. Ooh, oh, sorry, Levi, that scared me a little. Your support is both appreciated and terrifying, but I do thank you for it. By the way, just like a fun little chat game we have here, if anyone manages to jump scare me, you can always claim the jump scare. We have a little jump scare command. It usually happens during raids, but you can always type ! jump scare. Usually one of our mods claims it, but if you can beat the mods, feel free to grab it. Ears keep growing as you age, so the bottom will get lower. That's true, Yanni. And doesn't your nose keep growing too? Like I know a lot of older people, like especially the tip of the nose. Like that's why in like older people you start to see noses that sag a little bit, right? The mods are all busy drawing heads. That's true. Yeah, isn't it the ears? It's ears, nose. Is it your feet? I thought there was another one that kept growing. We're not doing another foot stream though. I've learned my lesson. It could have gone so much more poorly, so I just want to end it on a high note, I guess. Or levied, I'm sorry. I read your name as Levi 3D, but maybe it's levied. I'm not sure. I apologize if I got your name wrong. Sometimes I'm not the best. I'm despite what you might think, not a pro streamer. And don't let chat tell you otherwise. I just show up. Okay, so this is like a basic planes of the face situation. And if you think of like each part of the face, like even like the lips and stuff as like casting their own shadow, so like this lower lip sticks out, right? So you're gonna have a little tiny cast shadow there. That's another plane of the face. You see it right here in this model. And depending on where the light is coming from, it's actually affecting the planes in different ways, right? So if the light's coming from this way, like right here, it's going to be much darker on this side, but certain parts of the face are going to be hit differently. Now this is light coming from not only the side, but a bit behind, so that's why the front of the face is a bit darker. You might be noticing that shadow versus like up here or up here. You see the shadow and the light are affected differently. Interesting stuff to think about, for sure. And of course, this is like the center of the eye, so this is not actually the eye. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just worried about the planes right now. So I've done the Loomis. I think I'm going to do one of these up here in this little, just like a quick study of one of these, because I think that will be helpful for me. I do love the Loomis book, but it is a little bit outdated in its stylization. So let's draw this top guy. Let's see, how are we doing on the
First flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Every 4 computers now have primary control of
and I know for a lot of people too, I've heard this a few times, we talk about like learning, like I guess studying versus copying is what I'm trying to say. Remember, the point of these is to study. It's not to exactly copy the image. Like when I'm drawing this skull right here, I'm not worried about exactly mimicking every single line. We're not trying to do hyperrealism or like photorealism here. That's not the point. The point is to actually like study and observe and ask questions. So when I say questions, sometimes that can be kind of confusing. What I mean is things like, okay, why am I drawing this orbital line here? Oh, because it needs to be like parallel to this one. Right? Or why is there a dark shadow here? Oh, because this is the crest of the nose. Like the bridge of the nose, whatever that bone's called. See, this is why I wanted to write down the names of things. The nasal bridge. I don't know. But you when you're asking yourself questions about why you're seeing certain things, that's going to help you remember it for when you go to actually draw your own character. So if I were to go and draw my own character now, I might think, okay, like I don't want to just like draw. Let's see if I can do it. I don't just want to draw like my schema. I want to think about like, oh, there might be a shadow here because they've got a really heavy brow ridge or something. Or maybe they have a really high cheekbone. Or maybe you really like, I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's going to help play into like why you're making the decisions you're making while you're making them. So all of a sudden you'll be able to draw a face that is like a little more human looking than stick figure looking, perhaps, because you've been able to think about the planes of the face, or like why there's shadows cast in certain places, or like why there might be a line here. Oh, because there's this really strong cheekbone that pushes against the skin and is going to cause like a little bit of a shadow, cause that like cheekbone to kind of stick out a little bit. So yeah, they're just like important things to remember, to think about, so that when you do go to design a character or draw a picture, you can pull on that information to actually create the character. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say again that I am an expert on this or that I know how to do this super well, but I can't get to this point without studying this, right? I guess that's the point that I'm trying to make. And it's why the foundational studies are important. And again, if you have access to like an actual, like, you know, obviously hopefully not a real human skull, but like an actual model of a human skull that you can like turn and move and open the jaw and like kind of pose differently and set in different lighting, you're going to see improvement much faster if you're drawing from real life versus a flat image. Like what I'm doing right now is like, it's like second tier skill building. If you want top tier skill, like highest tier skill building, I can't say that for some reason. Like we were talking about earlier, take a figure drawing class, go to a coffee shop and draw people, draw them in the wild, as Phoenix was saying. Go to a library, go to a bookstore, ask a friend, you know, even look at yourself in the mirror. Honestly, you could be an art model. Just go sit in front of your mirror and try to draw from what you're actually seeing, because you're going to notice different things when you're trying to take something that's three-dimensional and flatten it. It's going to force you to creatively problem solve in a way that you can't do when an image is already flattened for you, like on a computer or in a book, right? So anyway, hopefully that's helpful. Jahin Draws, thank you for following, and I'm glad you draw, and I hope one day you'll draw with us. Feel free anytime, anybody. Oh, Siren, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you in chat. Hello, how are you doing? Time to decide what Casey drew to draw for June. Are you gonna make it like a thing? That's cute. Please don't feel like you have to. I'm super flattered. I don't think I've ever gotten Casey fan art before. That was unexpected for sure. For those who aren't sure what Siren's talking about, we just started an artist showcase series. So we'll do a once a month show your best of kind of thing. And I will show that once a month at the first stream of the month. We'll do the best of for the month prior, basically. So we just did that yesterday for the best of May. So best of June will be coming up in the first stream of July. So you have all month to participate. Again, go to the Discord if you'd like to drop something in. It's only 1 image per person per month. So if you put 2 images in there, I'm just going to look at the first one and we'll delete the second one. So make sure we'll skip it over. I won't delete it probably, but I'll just skip over it on stream. Because I don't want to give anybody too, I want it to be an equal spotlight. So choose what, think about it. Don't get too ahead of yourself. I want to see what you think is your best. You can always post something. And then if you make another piece that you think is even better, you can delete your old post and make a new one. But just make sure that you just do 1 a month. That would be helpful for me. So that I don't, like I said, don't give anyone too much attention. I want to give everybody equal attention because there's a lot of great artists here on Twitch, and there's a lot of people who don't stream on Twitch but are great artists, and I'd love a chance to showcase their work and show you guys, what each other's doing. I think we have a lot of really, really cool people that hang around here, and I'd love to be able to spotlight everybody. We also have an art share section. You can always share art in there. I just don't have time to comment on all of those, and I feel really bad about that because I love all the pieces I see. I look at all of them. Or at least I try to. Some days we get a lot of posts and I'm like, oh, I'm behind. But I wish I could comment on every single one, and I just don't have the time, unfortunately. But that's what the showcase is for. It's to give me time to actually tell you how awesome you are and show your awesome work that you're really proud of to everybody. So if that sounds interesting to you, feel free to pop into the Discord and start thinking about what piece you want to submit for this month. But again, you have all month. You have until midnight on the last day of the month to submit something. So you have a lot of time to think about it. Would love to have you. Love to have anybody of any skill level. Doesn't matter. Alright, so the way this person broke down the planes is kind of interesting. There's a big square here in the forehead, which I like. It makes sense to me. And I like how they did the values to help you kind of piece out what part you're looking at. Helpful. Probably did not make this hole very shaped. That triangular mouth shape. The mouth is such a complex piece of anatomy. We are going to be doing some mouth studies. We already did eyes, so we did eyes and brows. Nose and mouth is coming up as well. I don't remember if I put that on the schedule for this month or next month. Probably should have done it this month. I might have to revisit my warm-up schedule. You can always find a stream schedule too of my planned warm-ups in the Discord as well. If I do update it, I do try to at least keep the Discord one updated. I don't always get it updated on Patreon. I also have Patreon if people prefer to support me that way. Some people don't like giving money to Twitch, so if that's not for you, Patreon is another way that you can help support the stream and just kind of what I'm trying to do in general. But yeah, I do post the stream schedule there, but it doesn't always get updated. So I figure most people who are watching my streams are probably hanging out on the Discord at least a little bit. That's the priority with updates there as far as stream. But I do post work that I haven't shared with anyone else or anywhere else on Discord. Or on Patreon. Okay, so we have the little planes of the face here. Okay, I just picture this guy. It looks like he just has an intense 5 o'clock shadow. Speaking of 5 o'clock shadow, it is 5:48. So we are kind of approaching the end, probably, or close to the end of stream. So if you are working on a warm-up, if you are still kind of working on some stuff, you've got about maybe 5 or 10 minutes to get it posted in the Discord. This is kind of, if you're listening while you draw, this is kind of your 5 or 10 minute warning. I'm going to do one more little head study. I kind of want to do an open mouth, honestly. I might do... Should I do another? I might do one more skull. I feel like that's the most important. We are going to do portrait studies in another week. I think next week we're doing portraits. So come back for portraits. I'll be getting more into skin and slight changes in facial expressions and features that can make people look different. So I'm not going to be doing any portraits per se today. I just wanted to focus on like the structure of the head. So that's kind of my main thing. I'm going to try and find a skull at a slightly different angle here. But again, this is like a way to think about drawing the face. Like, where'd my pen go? Just draw. That's okay. You can just watch any old time you want to. Yeah, you can see how they took this box concept and broke it down into these pieces. So it's the same, like if I were to draw it here, it's going to be that same structure that you're seeing here. So anyway, in case the box doesn't make sense to you, this is kind of what they're talking about with the box. There we go. And again, I'm not an expert. I'm just here learning on Twitch live. So if you, you know, if you're okay with that, if you have tips, if you have like resources that you use, I was telling chat earlier, please feel free to share. If you have recommended videos or series or figure drawing sites, all that stuff is helpful. I love seeing fundamental studies. Aw, well, you know, we're very fundamental here. Come back to Asaro headlighting. Yeah, for head plane, it references while shading. Yeah, it's helpful. It's helpful. Very cool. Well, welcome on in. We're happy to have you. Is it Jahin? Jahin? I'm not sure how to say your name. But thanks for being here. We'd love to see your work. If you are an artist, as long as it's work safe. I am a family-friendly work safe streamer, so just, you know, be aware of that. But if you'd like to drop a link in chat to show us what you're working on, yeah, share the resources. Share the resources. So far I haven't had to turn link permissions on. I'd love to keep it that way. It has not been an issue so far. So, you know, I imagine Steve keeps a pretty respectful chat, so I'm not anticipating any issues. Unfortunately, I have the site open anymore, but I use a dead video game sunset pack. Wait, what? What resources is this? Oh, for the chibi art references. Oh, is this this looks cool. The Stephen Bauman head study app. Oh, I love that. Very cool. I'm gonna have to pin this. Oh, this is awesome. So if you guys haven't clicked that link that Yanni just posted, this is a great lighting resource. You can like adjust the lighting on the head. Has like planar structures of the face. That's neat. You can do the skull, you can do simplified planes for blocking. Very cool. I like this a lot. Is this just an app? Or is this something I can download on my computer? I'm gonna look at this later. Thank you for that link, I appreciate that. There's this really great ArtStation post where lights revolve around 3D. Oh. Yeah. So this is kind of like the head that you're talking about, like right here, basically. Yeah, it is very helpful to be able to pause the light and kind of like see the way that the different lighting would affect the face. Yeah, for sure. Very cool. That's an awesome resource. Thank you guys for these great resources. I'll be looking at both of these later. In fact, I might post some of these in the talk shop section of Discord just so people can have them if they want them. Alrighty. Oh man, I just peeked into the warm-up art section. We have some great looking studies. Oh, and we have a dinosaur study from yesterday's dinosaur warm-ups. We did armored dinosaurs yesterday for warm-up stream. So that was fun. Very cool. These look great. I'm excited to show them. And then just so in case anyone's curious, what we have on the schedule for tomorrow, we're going back to animals tomorrow. So we'll be doing fish studies tomorrow morning. If anyone wants to come back and draw some fish. I do color studies too, as well as sketch studies, so like any kind of study is welcome. But if you're interested, don't forget to click the follow button so you don't miss. And hang out with us. We'd love to have you. Yeah, like I said, I've been having so much fun on Art Twitch, and getting to meet so many cool people and meeting so many great artists here. Like it's... Pardon guys, but we're about to go on a little bit of a Twitch love ramble here. It's definitely quickly becoming my favorite social media for artists. I think this is such a underutilized corner of the internet for artists specifically because everyone associates it with gaming, but like Art Twitch is really incredible and there's some amazing professionals that stream here. Yeah. Minifon, oh thank you. Maze. I warned the masses. You didn't have to spend your bits on that, but I appreciate that. Or not your bits, your cheese. Minifon, thank you so much for that follow. It's great to have you. Bottom left face sketch is giving Jean-Luc Picard. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, I'm gonna do one more little skull study, maybe from a unique angle here, so I can really study different parts of the skull. If you'd like to, Siren, you can even link it in the Discord too if you have like access to a cool pack that you think is helpful. We do have a talk shop section. For now, that's kind of where I recommend placing resource links, just so people can find them a little easier. If you post it in chat, that's fine too, but talk shop is a good place where it can kind of stay. If we get a lot of resources, I might make a separate resources section. I just feel really, I don't know. Yanni, oh my gosh. Don't lie to the people, Yanni. It's physically impossible for me to be nice to myself. I apologize. I'm working on that, but right now it's just not. It's not a reasonable expectation to give them. See, look at that. Even my bot is mean to me. You guys, we have to sit up straight. Watch your posture. One of the things that we do every once in a while is we do stretches here. So one of the posture stretches is to like make your shoulder blades kind of like not touch, but try and like stretch them to get back as much as they can. And then like hold for 10 seconds. And then like relax your shoulders. And that's actually going to help you like keep a more upright, natural posture. As opposed to like if you're sitting hunched and you try to sit up straight, sometimes that can feel really awkward. But if you like overstretch those muscles, they can kind of like they feel relaxed to be in a good position. And it even straightens your neck a little. You can also work on like pushing your neck back, like check your neck so you don't get a neck hump. It's a really easy thing to do. I know so many people in their 30s and even some people in their 20s who've got pretty bad neck humps from just like not, and it's fixable, but you gotta like train those muscles, like keep them loose and keep them stretched in the right way. Anyway, so I'm trying to have a better posture so I don't have back problems when I'm older. I'm trying not to have carpal tunnel, so we also do carpal tunnel stretches every once in a while. So if you want to do them with me, this is your reminder that it's been about maybe half an hour or an hour since we've done these. I forget what I have my timer on. But it's never a bad idea to do some carpal tunnel stretches, and if you can't see it, that's what I'm doing. Thank you, Siren, I appreciate that. Do some Supermans every day, helps a bunch with posture. What's a Superman, Bryboet? Tell me, educate me. We're here to share. Sharing is caring, like it says in my Discord. Sharing is caring. Stretch fab. Wait, or sketch fab. Oh, I'm in stretching mindset. I'm like, stretch fab? What? That sounds amazing. I don't know if I know about this one. I'll have to look into this. Oh, maybe I do. I think I recognize this little robot model here. Yeah. Very cool. I'll check it. I think I have a few of these. Might have that one linked or bookmarked. I'm not lying. This is legally binding. I didn't agree to this. With Instagram, Facebook on the path of doom. Oh my gosh! Don't get me. Don't. You want to see a ramble alert go wild? Don't get me started on the meta thing. Yeah, I've been attending more art Twitch streams. Exactly. I need to make a post. It's on my list of things to do today. Like a post for Instagram and Facebook to be like, hey, if you've noticed that I've mostly been on Twitch, here's why. Like, well, there's a lot of reasons, but like, I really do hope more people come to Twitch. And I don't think enough artists know that Art Twitch exists. But I really think it's a cool platform. I will also want to like do better job of like showcasing the art of people who are on Twitch. I did a little short one in my stories not too long ago, but I don't have a huge following on Instagram, so I'm sure not very many people saw it. But I still think it's cool. And I hope more artists join. Oh, don't forget to save. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that save. Save reminder. Okay, let's do one more skull. Yeah, I try to, Talia. Yeah. Exercise with your stomach to the floor with your arms. Oh, yeah, I have heard of that. It's like a backwards dead bug, right? Yeah, that is a good one. I met 98% of my art friends via Twitch. Oh, did you really? See, I used to stream on Twitch back in like 2017 and 18, but I was too like I said, I've always been kind of nervous about the internet. I'm looking up a skull reference while I chat about this. So if you've been here before, you've heard this story, but I just like, I don't know. I've always been a little bit scared of the internet, so I just kind of lurked and didn't really, when I was on Twitch, I didn't really like go on other people's streams and chat. I would just like lurk and follow and like quietly watch and just like sit there and be too afraid to interact with like these artists that I really admired. 'Cause, you know, all the like, oh, I'm not good enough, and like they won't want to talk to me. Like I don't want to, just not wanting to put myself out there. And so like I just didn't meet anybody on Twitch. Like whoever happened to find me on Twitch, that was who I had who followed me. And yeah, I'm trying to, one of my goals for this year is just like put myself out there more and actually meet people. So it's like hard because I do still get that like imposter syndrome / like just social anxiety. I'm not really sure what it is, but anytime I go into like an artist chat, I'm like, okay, I'm better about it. But it's like just interacting online in general has always felt very scary and risky to me. So I'm trying to get over that, because here's the thing. If I'm gonna get into children's books, people need to know I exist. And I've just been trying to do this in a vacuum for a long time, and it's obviously not great. Like I've done conventions and I've gone to a few conferences, but that's only been pretty recently. And so I'm just trying to like work up the nerve basically to like put myself, I don't know, just like be more involved in Twitch was really one of my goals this year. So so far it's been really great. Our Twitch is awesome, and I'm really mad at myself that I didn't get involved sooner. Okay, so normally I don't like to do studies from drawings. I'm just gonna preface this by saying that, but this is the best. I don't have time to look for a better skull than this on Pinterest. And also I feel like you can't really trust that things aren't just AI garbage on Pinterest these days. So I'm gonna just do a quick study from one of these skulls. I know it's not ideal, but you can still learn something even if it is from another artist, instead of like an actual skull. I mean, this is obviously not a real skull. So I'm gonna study one of these open-mouthed ones, because I think that's an important angle that I haven't looked at. This one's interesting from behind as well. But I think as far as like drawing humans, I think this is gonna be the most helpful, or maybe this pose. Now I've already kind of done a side view. Let's do this one. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. To do today, 1, do the dishes. 2, go for a walk. Excuse me, it gave me a hiccup. Read to the blind. 4, pick up prescription. Mayor of Canada, why are you telling us your to-do list? 5, fire off more cheesy puns. I was waiting for it, right, Talia? I was like, where's the rest of it? That's what you were doing, and then you just start talking. Oh, you mean as far as like talking on art Twitch? Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is, especially like, I don't know, I'm like afraid to like, there's a part of me that's like afraid to become known in any capacity. Like even honestly, the amount of people who are following me now is like unreal to me. And I'm afraid that like, I'm honestly just afraid of gaming Twitch. I'm not gonna lie. Like I see so many things or hear about so many things like hate raids and like spam bot follows and like all this like crazy stuff that I don't know how to handle. Like I'm not good at Twitch. I can barely do the things I do, and it's mostly because mods help me. I don't think I wouldn't know what to do if that was happening. And like I don't know how to handle like drama. I don't like those. I get like anxious when there's anything that's like confrontation. I just like my brain just like wants to escape, and so I just get a little nervous about. Like I pretty much only interact on art Twitch, but I know some artists like have people who raid into them from other parts of Twitch, and I don't know. Maybe it's probably just like an unnecessary fear. I'm sure I'm probably overthinking it, but in case I'm not, I'm like trying to mentally think about like, okay, think ahead. What do you do? Like how do you like fix these issues? You know, like am I proficient enough at Twitch to know how to turn off my alerts if that becomes an issue, or how to like pause? I don't know. Anyway, hopefully any of that made sense. Maybe it didn't, but I appreciate you guys being here nonetheless. Let's go adventuring. Yes, let's go adventuring. It's not about fear for you. It's about if someone says something and I can make a pun, I can't not do it. No, no, that's great. You're in the right stream. If you like puns, I'm always here for cheesy puns, guys. We even have a cheese emote. That's not originally why I made a cheese emote, but it has become a reason to have a cheese emote. I give you cheese if you make a good pun. You did a skull study tutorial from James Julier? I'm not sure how to say the name. I've never heard of that person. If it was really good, I'd love to see a link to it somewhere if you'd like to share. Best way to make friends is to make puns. The people that hate them, you don't. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I know people who kind of roll their eyes at puns. They don't think they're funny, and we're still friends. But it's true. There is something about the bond between people who just like a terrible pun. It's just you're instantly on the same level of goofiness, and like I feel like the level of goof is never bad. You know, it's a certain type of lightheartedness that I enjoy. The world is a serious place. You know, it's helpful to lighten the mood a bit every once in a while. I actually don't know about this angle right here. Is that right? Something about that feels really awkward to me. Is it bad to say I don't know if I agree with the way they drew this? I don't know. Without seeing the original reference, it's hard to tell. But this is why I don't always like doing studies from artists. It's just not... It's kind of like when I was younger, I used to draw a lot of like Dragon Ball Z fan art. I was a big Dragon Ball Z kid. And I started learning how to draw in DBZ style. But I didn't really learn how to draw a true human skull until I was like, I don't know, late high school, when I actually started drawing like from real things. And I had to kind of unlearn some bad habits because what I was studying was actually a style. It wasn't the actual thing. So I don't know. I'm not trying to like naysay anybody who like just wants to draw an anime style or Disney style or any kind of style. Like, it's still a really helpful gateway into getting into art for sure. Like, I wouldn't be as into it as I am if I hadn't been into animation as a kid. And like visual storytelling just kind of like captured my imagination from a young age for that reason. But like, it can be hard to unlearn those habits, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I try really hard, all that to say, not to do studies from art reference or from artists' drawings for that reason. I'm actually gonna shade these just so I can see the difference here. Go. Measure puns with a seismograph. Yes, indeed, Mayor of Canada. Yes, indeed. I'm so hungry. If I wrote a children's book, it'd be J.K. Rowling. Oh my gosh, Mayor of Canada. That was pretty high on the seismograph right there. Check out the top rows of Twitch. See all the fan service art and never got into it. Yeah, I know, and that's the other thing. The art category used to be pretty inundated with just that. And it's been really cool this year to actually see. Yeah, to like see, there's so many oil painters and like pros and game developers and like really awesome artists here on Twitch. Yeah, no, it's real pros working on high quality stuff. Yeah, for sure. And I want to like, yeah, I don't know. I really want to meet more people who are out there doing stuff. The morning streamers from across the pond and in Europe are so, yeah, I know. And I need to meet more people who stream around the times that I usually stream. I've been really bad about that lately. Like when I first was like, okay, I'm going to meet people on Twitch, my main thing was like, all right, who streams around the time that I stream? Because like those are the people I'm gonna want to know who to raid, you know? Like who can I raid? Who's like, for me, because I'm trying to be family friendly, it's like, okay, like who can I raid? Like who is a safe raid target? And so I had to kind of lurk around on streams and chat a bit and like get to know. And I do take raid recommendations, but I have to vet them first. So if there is an artist anyone knows of that, you know, fits these categories, like, I mean, they don't have to be like a saint or anything. Like, I'm not looking for like perfect, like, you know, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood art streamer, but like, you know, like generally not be doing things that somebody's going to feel uncomfortable if we get raided in and that their screen is left up at home and they have kids at home, or like, you know, if they're at work and something shows up and their boss walks by, you know, like I want to make sure that anyone I kind of raid into is generally pretty safe to be watching. And so, yeah. It's kind of hard sometimes on Art Twitch, but not as hard as I thought it was, and definitely not as hard as it used to be, because I remember having that same experience. Yahin, I'm sorry, I don't remember if you told me how to say your name properly. Yeah, I had that same experience of just like seeing Art Twitch and being like, like it's just a lot of like waifus, which nothing against that if you're into that. It's just not what I wanted to be engaging with. But anyway. Okay, so there's my really not super amazing well, I'm actually going to fix the mandible to make it look a little more realistic, so I prefer that. It is cool to see how they laid it out to make the orbitals kind of like align with the rest of the face here. Now that we've done the planes, I'm kind of laying over the skull, and I'm just kind of following the grid basically that I made by drawing the planes of the face first. You can see how like the brow bone kind of follows that line that they made. You can see all the pieces that they were kind of laying groundwork for, which is kind of interesting. Okay, and I will be looking at anything posted in art in the warm-up art section here in just a second. So if you posted something in there, stick around. got to show your work on stream. And then if you have, if you are still finishing up, remember, if you share something in there after the stream is over, I'll just show it on the next stream. We have one from, like I said, we have a dinosaur sketch from Monday, from yesterday, that I'll be sharing first because we did not share it on stream yesterday. So that one we'll start with. And then I will show the artwork from today. And then I will post my sketches. And then anything that kind of helps me know, like anything below mine are the ones that I will be showing next time. Kind of keeps me on track a little bit. Okay, I think that will do. Let me fix the mandible here. Cool. Alright, so we studied the head, we studied the skull, we studied the planes of the face, kind of the anatomy of the head. I'm probably going to look at this anatomy book a little more and see if I can learn a little more about the names of bones, just because that interests me. I don't want to bore you guys, but hopefully that, if that is interesting to you, hopefully somebody else will take some time to do that too. It can also just really help to know what part of the face you're talking about as well. But anyway, I'll do that off stream. We don't need to have book time here on stream. Anyway, let's go see what you guys did. This is what I did. Hey Uni Princess, how's it going? Oh, and thank you, Jaheen Jaws. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, our church is great. Thank you, Siren, for that hydrate. My water bottle is on the couch. I will grab it in just a second. I forgot to bring it with me. Be kind to bacteria. For some people, it's the only culture that, oh my gosh, Mayor of Canada. I swear you just have a list somewhere that you're reading from. Drawing skulls is easy. Just draw Krillin and then erase the ear. No, I think it's the nose, right? Krillin doesn't have a nose. Don't they, like, reference that in the anime? Okay, let's see what you guys did. So I'm gonna go to the warm-up section. You think a tree hut is a good idea? I always think a tree hut is a good idea. As a kid, I only ever wanted a tree house. That was like my main goal in life, was to have a tree house. There we go. Why is it doing that? Alright, we're just gonna have to look at it this way. Sorry, guys. We're gonna start with Shiratoshi. Shiratoshi's lovely Ankylosaur sketch from yesterday. Oh, thank you, David Play HD. Thank you so much for that follow. We're looking at Shiratoshi's work right now. Doing the sharing section of the warm-up stream. So we do studies. I challenge people to draw for 30 minutes. It can be anything that you want as long as it's from reference. The idea is to get better at, you know, improving our artistic skill together and encouraging each other to do that. And if anyone is still working, you still have some time to drop it in the warm-up art section. If you do join the Discord, it's Discord, there we go. It is !Discord, but it's over here in the stream events section. It's down here at the bottom. That is the warm-up art section. So that's what we're in right now. And looking at some art. So I'm going to open this up a little bigger so you can look at it. Thank you for that shout out for Shiratoshi, by the way. Shiratoshi is an amazing artist. Speaking of amazing Twitch artists that we just met recently here on Twitch. And, well, semi-recently. I guess he's been around for a little bit now. But I just love the way that he sketches. And he is just, like, killing it, you guys. This man streams constantly. So go give Shiratoshi a follow. He does amazing people, amazing environments, amazing, like, fantasy art. You'll love it, I promise. You won't regret it. Go check him out real quick. He's probably streaming right now. I haven't even checked, but more than likely he's streaming. I feel like he's constantly streaming. But yeah, so this looks fantastic. Now this brings up the issue that we were talking about earlier about, like, studying from artists. Like, this is obviously paleo art. It looks like a very highly accurate piece of paleo art, but nonetheless, when you're drawing from things that are like prehistoric animals, it's a good idea to look at a few different interpretations of how people who are drawing scientifically accurate, like dinosaurs or ice age animals or anything, how they're actually depicting these creatures, so that you can get kind of a more well-rounded idea of what they might have looked like. But nonetheless, this is an amazing study. I love the quick one right here, just to get the gestures in and kind of get the basic idea. And then kind of like blew that up and drew over it and kind of made a more detailed study of this image. So really, really lovely work, as always. Shiratoshi, killing it. I love it. There we go. I also like that it's saying ribbit. Most excellent. And then Nixon! We have Nixon here in chat. Ah, I love this. So Nixon has done something really interesting here that I want to point out, guys. So this is a great portrait study of this gentleman here. Now this one is it looks more like really trying to do a study and like figure out this gentleman's actual features. And then down here, Nixon has done like kind of a stylized study. This is like playing a little bit more with the shape language. Like you can see it here. Let me see if I can blow this up. You can see it here in the mustache, especially. There we go. Let me zoom in just a smidge. Yanni, stop. Okay, that's all, you guys. Don't let Yanni's countdown fool you. Let's see. Yeah, it was a good dino sketch, right? Right? Yeah, feel free to pop in. But yeah, you can see, so like right here, you can tell Nixon was really studying this image specifically. But down here, we've got some exaggerated features. So you can see, for example, the eyes. She's really taken it and made it more of a character, which is super interesting. And this is something that I am hoping to get to this skill level to be able to do. I struggle a lot with human characters. There's something about, I don't know, I just don't find humans as interesting as I do creatures. It's a problem, and I'm trying to work on that this year. I need to find a way to find humans a little more interesting so that I can be motivated to do things like this. Like look how she kind of like rounded the shape of the cheekbone, rounded the face overall. Like see how the skull here is a lot more accurately drawn to the actual proportions. Oh, thank you, Phosphor, for that follow. I appreciate that. Did I miss the last follow? I hope I said thank you. Let me make sure. David play. Okay, I did. Yeah, thank you as well, and appreciate you checking out the Discord. And then Phosphor Just. Wait, no, Phosphor underscore. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. He is not, but might in a bit, knowing him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Talia. Like, I feel like he's always streaming. Like, almost every time I get on Twitch, Shiratoshi is on. It's so impressive. But here you can see, like, the eyes have been stylized, the eyebrows are stylized, even the hair is stylized. The shape of this mustache, though, super round, very soft. Shape of the nose still retains the same wide nostrils and the same wide, like, larger nose features, but it's simplified, right? You're not seeing as many details. You're not seeing, like, the button of the nose. You're not seeing as many of the wrinkles around the face. It's like a simplified version of this person, like, as a character. This is called using shape, like, it's basically using shape language to give life or kind of an animated quality to a drawing. So this is something like, my long-term goal, I think the one thing driving me behind learning how to draw people better is so that I can get to the point where I can do things like this really naturally. I'd love to be a better character designer. I'd love to be better at and more proficient at drawing human characters. And I think learning about shape language and when to stylize and how to stylize, that's something that can only come with a lot of time spent studying. Like Nixon has done a lot of study to be able to get to this point. Looks really fantastic, Nixon. I don't know if you're still in here, but well done. And thank you for sharing it. I love it. It looks great. I've loved seeing all of your art that you've been sharing. Thank you so much for sharing it. Give you a little clap there. All right, here we have Phoenix, I believe. Oh, Phoenix, this looks really nice. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well done. I think that you should put your name there, Phoenix, not my name. This looks awesome. Really nice proportions on the skull here. I can see your undersketch there where you really laid out the shapes. You can see, let me make it bigger too, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You can see these fine, light lines that Phoenix has laid down to get like the basic planes of the face that we were talking about, the basic like the circle, the line, the lines that kind of show you and mark where the eyes and the nose and the teeth and all that go. Really nice job with this. This looks great. This looks really, really awesome. I don't know that I've seen you draw too much. I mean, I remember the chicken that you showed us the other day, but it was kind of like a goofy sketch, but this is really nice. I'd love to see more work, and thank you for sharing it with us, Phoenix. I don't know if you're probably still putting the kiddo to bed, but if you come back and watch this later, well done, and thank you for sharing. Start on my second book of your manga idea. Wait, are you telling us about a story, Uni Princess? Sorry, I think I missed the context for that. He's worked in some of your habits into his studies. Aw. Yeah, he is an inspiration. Shiratoshi is like killing it. Oh my gosh, Briboette, this is awesome. Really nice portrait studies. Wow, these look great. I love the way that you rendered the shadow, and I can see, you know, even in these guys, you can see the undersketch, right? You can see like the line down the face. You can see the circle. You can see how they laid out their proportions for the drawing before actually getting into the drawing itself. And there's something about too, like I love seeing that this is like in a sketchbook. I really, really enjoy these heavy pencil lines down here in the collar. This actually really makes me want to draw in my sketchbook right now. And this is kind of what I'm hoping for, right? Is that we'll see these studies that one another are doing and just get inspired to go do some ourselves. It can sound really boring to do studies from reference, but they can be super inspiring. Oh, okay, Uni, that's okay. You're welcome to talk about it. No worries, you're fine. Get back into trying to use a sketchbook. I need to as well. I need to start carrying one with me and actually using it. I have a small one that's like this big that I carry around with me in my purse. It's like a little moleskin. But I always forget it's in there, and I forget to take it out and sketch when I have downtime at work, and I need to get better about it. Maybe this week at work, maybe I'll pull that out. Maybe that'll be a goal. Yeah, this looks fantastic. You did a great job with proportion. I can tell you spent time doing portraiture before, because this feels really proficient to me. And yeah, just the way you handled the shading in both of these is really nice. I can tell this was probably the first one I'm imagining, and then this is the second after you'd kind of warmed up. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. But they both look really, really solid. Really good foundational drawings. Well done. Well done. Excellent, excellent. And we have another lovely portrait study from Amaze. Our dear mod Amaze. You hated the first one, so just moved on. Yeah, sometimes you have to. I think it looks good still too. But that's kind of what happens. You know, your first one's always kind of your meh one. You're not in the Discord, so here's what we did. Okay, cool. I will pull it up in just a second. Thank you for letting me know, Yanni. These look fantastic, Amaze. Well done. I recognize some of these references. I think I remember pinning this one. Really good job laying out the face and doing the portraitures. We're going to be doing portraits on stream, I believe, next week. So that's going to be a warm-up. So this is what I mean when I say portraits. You'll be drawing like distinct facial features and focusing more on the features and the hair and actually making them look like people rather than just the structure of the head. Which that's all I wanted to focus on today. But I'm glad you guys did the things that you were interested in. It looks great. Of course, I'm not surprised. Maze draws a lot of humans, a lot of people. I love you captured the gaze in this one really, really well. And your style still shines through, even though you're obviously drawing from reference. But like, you can see how you can tell that he was actually looking at the image because, like, for example, the eyes don't all have the same shape, right? The eyebrows aren't the same shapes. Definitely can tell that you were really studying, like the lips are all different shapes. Like, these are features that differentiate us as people. And these are things that, you know, even the width of the face here is very different than the width of the face here. Like, everyone's skull is a slightly different shape. I know those cheekbones, right? Like, this is a straight up vampire. Like, those are some cheekbones that could cut through glass. Or maybe cut of glass. But yeah, really, really, I love the shape of the head, and just the soft curve of the neck here is really, really graceful. Well done. They all look fantastic, Amaze. As always, knocking it out of the park here. Well done, well done. And let's see, Iani. Oh, this is awesome. I feel like I recognize this reference too. Oh, look at these hatch marks. It's kind of hard to tell. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, I think you can actually see it better on screen here. Look at the hatching. This is really fantastic work. Well done. Well done. Love all the movement in this sketch. Look at the beard. Oh my gosh. Yanni, you are seriously, if you ever decide to start streaming, please let us know. Yeah, these are amazing, right? Right, Talia? I'm telling you guys, this is why we had to start an art showcase, because I was just like, there's too many highly skilled artists in my Discord for me to not show off this work. Like, people need to know. Art Twitch needs to know, guys. Use the pin. Okay, yeah, it looks familiar, but either way, like, it's amazing. The way that you, like, these are some really confident lines. Like, I know you have an undersketch under here probably, but it doesn't look like you have much of one. And you just, like, jumped right into that shading and, like, really brought this face to life. Man, I'm, like, intimidated to do portraits with you guys. There's no way. Yeah, cheese and hearts for all. Cheese and hearts for everybody. This is, even the shine in the eye right there. Holy cow, Yanni. These are goals. These are goals, guys. Oh, I can't heart your piece because it's not in Discord. That's okay. Fantastic work, everybody. My goodness. Everyone did such a good job. I love them. And again, if you post anything after, I'll go ahead and post mine in there now in case anybody is trying to get a post in. But just anything you post after my little sketches here, yeah, we'll just show on stream next time. So these will be mine that I enter. I'm just going to do the skulls for now. And let's go find somebody else to raid. Let's spread the Twitch art love. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for those who stuck around from the raid. You know, it was nice to be able to stream and chat with you guys. And I do have a stream. There we go. I'm a pro streamer. Look at that. I have a credit screen and everything. And thank you for all the new follows. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for the support and for hanging out in chat and drawing along with me. And yeah, just being awesome. Just being amazing art Twitch that you are. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody's. Yeah. the guy's gaze was tricky. Well, he did a great job. Yeah, thank you for being here, Jahin. I'm not sure how to say it again, but it was so nice to meet you and to meet so many other new folks today. Hopefully we'll see you again. Like I said, tomorrow for warm-ups at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, we'll be doing a sketch stream of fish. We'll be doing fish studies, learning about scales, and we'll start with an anatomy study just like we did today, like fish skeleton, but then we'll jump into like different types of fish. I'm gonna try not to get too broad and just stick with like your basic like lobe fin fish, I guess. But yeah, we'll talk about that more tomorrow. But I will probably do some like color studies as well, because I do think fish are extremely colorful and very inspiring critters. And thank you for all the new follows. Yanni, I know. I guess I just can't talk positively about myself because we didn't get enough followers today. So sorry, we're gonna have to leave really quick before anybody else follows to me, so Yanni doesn't guilt me into saying a nice thing. One day, Yanni, one day. You can't force the niceness, okay? I can only give the niceness to other people. Speaking of, let's go find a person to pass the niceness on to. Talia, it's always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much. You'll feel better when you start posting? Oh, Talia, don't say that. No. Let's see. Let's read into... Oh, you know what? We should... Oh, shoot. There's so many good people on right now. Okay, I kind of want to read into Julie because I wanted to thank her for saying such nice things. A couple people in chat actually submitted art into Julie's art show that she did earlier. I think it was like last week. So maybe we should go say hi to Julie and thank her. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do that for this time. We've rated them one time in the last month. I don't think that's too many times. So here's where we're going. If you guys don't already follow Julie, I think it's Julie with 3 E's and 2 Tues at the end. So let's see if I can do the shout out correctly. Julie 12322. Is that it? Yep, there we are. So if you get left behind, that is where we are headed. Julie does a live animation show, which is pretty cool. If you've never seen it before, I highly recommend hanging out and just seeing how she works it. It's kind of impressive, honestly. Like, I have no idea. She must have a massive stream deck. But yeah, let's go check out Julie. And I'll be back, like I said, again tomorrow morning doing a study, and then in the afternoon as well. In the afternoon, we'll be doing sea slug dragons. So yeah, come back for the sea slug dragons if you'd like to. I'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon at about this time. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for the raid, Steve Sketches. Again, you guys should all go give Steve a follow. If you haven't already, I'm not sure why you haven't. You really need to. He's amazing. And we'll see you over at Julie's stream, although it looks like they're spamming her with yees. So let's go.